So it's official. I have officially lost my mojo, and I'm not really sure where it went, and I don't really know how to get it back. And it's been away from me now for 3 or 4 weeks, and this will be video attempt number 3. And the first 2 times I went out were just disastrous, and I ended up finding myself taking random street urban photography, which is so not like me. It's an indication though of how lost I've become with this. And there's a couple of things you can do when you get like this and hit that wall. Is you can stop taking photographs for a while, hang up the camera, give yourself space. Or the second one being you just push on through, and the pushing on through one is the one I'm going to do because I shoot professionally. I can't afford to hang up the camera and not take anything because I might lose too much momentum. And I don't know how long that stopping would be. So I did, however, get some really good news about 2 weeks ago though from National Geographic. And National Geographic want to publish this image here of Mount Taranaki in one of their magazines this year. So that feedback from them is astounding. It's probably the pinnacle of feedback for any photographer, and to get that from them is simply, it's overwhelming, to be honest. And if that's not enough to get me and my mojo reunited, then maybe I need to sell the camera and take up crochet or something. But rather than do crochet this weekend, I'm actually going to head up to Auckland, to the west coast, to the black sand beaches just northwest of Auckland in the North Island of New Zealand. And I'm going to spend about 15 hours up there just to sit down, look at my process, review what it is I do, and just strip my workflow right down to try and understand how I dig myself out of this mess. And I'm going to spend overnight there, so I'll take the tent. I don't know where the tent is. The tent's not been seen for a couple of years either, so I'll maybe find it under the spare bed once I go looking for it. And that's maybe where my mojo is as well. So I'll stuff everything in the car, and I've got about a 4-hour drive to get to the beach. So I'll go and get ready, and I'll set off earlier this morning, and I will see you. I'll see you on the beach.
I'm sleeping in.
Now these vlogs are really hard work.
Nowadays I don't know what I'm doing.
Because I don't actually know what I'm doing anymore.
Empty promises.
That's funny.
With no solution. I put my thoughts to bed, but then I know that if I say goodnight, they might try to find.
So 20 minutes out from sunset. Sun's gonna set in that direction here, and it's gonna light the landscape here behind me. Now this is very reminiscent of Scotland. This is the west coast of the North Island of New Zealand. In this area here it's black sand and black sandy beaches. And whilst it's really cool, we've actually got a lot of, I don't know if you can see up here and up there, we've got sand, so we've got sea, air and har forming. It's taken about 4.5 hours to get here, so really quite hard to try and get a handle on the composition quite quickly. A few people on the beach just waiting for sunset, so I don't know where I'm going to go with this. There's a few people come down on the west coast here to look at the sunsets, and I've got 2 choices, one into the sun and one with the sun lighting the stuff. So maybe the order would be lighting the stuff behind me, and then a little while later on into the sun, or the direction of the sun, to try and catch the colour on the horizon. The horizon is clear, and we do have clouds up in the sky. So I'm confident that we'll actually get some colour tonight, but it's just where to take this from. It's not inspiring me though. It's not inspiring me. But I've got to spend a little more time here, I think, getting to know this place and set up the tent. Have a look to see what it is I'm going to take. And this in the background here is the lighthouse that I talked about. again, not the prettiest the lighthouse is, not the prettiest the rocks. So let me go exploring, and I'll see what I can find. The sand is blooming hot. I don't actually know what to take here. This is really hard work. I'm tearing around here in sand dunes, and it's really fine sand. So I found a spot for photograph number 1 just up here in the dunes, and these clouds here hopefully will catch a little bit of light in about 10 minutes. So this orange colour here will dissipate as the direct sunlight goes down, and I'll take it all the way around to here. I think it's lovely light actually, it's really nice, but I'm going to have seconds between setting up from here to point back to the lighthouse, which is just over the hill there, and then a final shot into the sun across the dunes, which is really cool. Lovely part of the world. I've never actually worked harder for a photograph before, but the last 30 seconds it's just seen the cloud form on the horizon behind me, so at the last minute it snuffed out any chance of colour that we had here, which is unfortunate, but I'll take this anyway. There's some remnants of sky colour in the horizon, but it's going to be really short-lived, so short shutter speed, f11, half a second, and I'll take a 5 or 6 shot pano to take in the light on the face of the mountains over there. So this is dark, but I'll be able to tease out some of the detail that I was trying to capture here when the light was up. Now I know I'll just be a silhouette, but you'll see some colour in the sky way over here, and we'll see if this works. The light's lovely. Just over that way the colour's really quite strong, but we're not going to get full colour across all the frames because of the cloud. And if it wasn't for photography I wouldn't actually be here, and I think I keep forgetting that. My view on, everything level. I have to take it from the light source last, so I'll sit away from the light because that's always going to remain more intense than anywhere else. So I'm not sure that this is going to work because I think it's maybe too strongly backlit for me. Right, so I'm going to run to the next place. Now it's actually getting dark really quick, so 4 seconds F22. That's because the light's falling so fast, and that 4 seconds will soften off these grasses in the foreground. Try it. Tomorrow morning, sun will be coming up west, kind of that direction, so I can maybe try and take the same shots tomorrow with the sun coming from the other direction before it reaches the horizon, just so that I can get some colour in the sky above the features I was trying to shoot there before. So it'll just be left of the hill that we shot in shot number 1 there. So go and find all my stuff because I've got shoes around the dunes, I've got a drone somewhere, I don't even know where it is. I'll go and collect my bits and pieces and then get them all on the tent. It's actually 9:15, so it's almost time for sleep because it will be an early rise tomorrow with sunrise being at around about 6:45-ish tomorrow. So until then, see you in the morning. Good morning. I didn't take a shot this morning at sunrise, and the reason for that is we have about 80% cloud cover and it wouldn't have permitted any colours to come through. The scene was quite grey, plus there was a light behind the scene that was going to take from last night. There was light behind the scene which was going to cost too much dynamic range, and as I don't bracket I wouldn't have been able to get much from that. It would have just been bland, so I stayed in my bed. But I've got a really sore back this morning because it's a tiny thin mattress and tent's quite small, so didn't sleep too well. But what I did do last night was I did a lot of thought about last night. Last night's shoot just felt frantic, and I don't think I enjoyed the frantic nature of it. And I think what made it frantic was trying to select 3 scenes to take last night, and I don't do that. I don't take 3 scenes to photograph. I only take 1, and I do my homework and I select my scene and I set up and take that shot when the light's right. And last night trying to do three shots, 3 scenes, 3 compositions, do some searching, do B-roll, do vlogging, it was all just too much. So I've not had a look at the video footage yet, and I've not had the look at the photographs either, but I'm assuming it's going to look frantic. And I was sweating, and I was sweating because this sand it's just like dust, and it's really soft and hard to walk on, and these dunes are actually quite big. And in addition to that, the temperature last night was 28 degrees, so not good conditions for rushing around. So I'll see what I get from the shots and the vlogs last night, and I'll put them up in this video once I get them all edited. So this morning I'm down in amongst the dunes because the wind is coming in behind me here, and I was going to put the drone up this morning, but it's just too windy, so the drone's staying in the bag. And I'm down between the dunes here to try and prevent the wind noise in the mic. Out behind me though, there's some quite nice dunes, layer after layer after layer of dunes away into the distance. And the sand down here is actually unwalked on, so this morning I'm going to take a shot of that once the bright light, which is making me squint, goes in behind the big black cloud that's travelling that way that you can't see. So once the light's a bit more muted, I'll do that, and I'll stick on a 6-stop or a 10-stop filter to try and slow it down about 15 seconds. And the reason I'll do that is all these grasses in behind me here, they all move in the wind. And if I recorded that over 15 seconds, you get the grass tips to look very silky, whilst the roots stay still, and the sand obviously stays still too. And it's quite a nice effect if you can get it right. So I think I've affirmed a few things in my workflow. Well, one of them being, don't try to do too much. Just sit and work out your best comp and take that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this video up, I think, with a video on my workflow, just to affirm a few points for me. I'm still not that clear on where I've gone wrong, so I just need to pull my process apart. And I'll do that in the next video as I take a shot that I've pre-composed, and it'll only be 1, and that should help. Right, until next time, I'll go and take this shot. Keep shooting, have fun, and we'll see you next time. Cheerio. Public spaces are really difficult to shoot in. My unwalked on sand here is no longer pristine. But every black cloud has got a silver lining, and this has actually allowed me to find an even better composition just further up the beach, so there's no point getting upset with people.
Let me sleep, I'm living like you wouldn't believe. I know there's so much to say, there's so much to do, and so much to see. But in my dreams, I think it's safe to say I'm free. Yes, in my dreams, I think it's safe to say I'm free.